Welcome, everyone, to West Catholic Live, a show about all the great things happening at West Catholic High School. I'm John Gonzalez, and as always, I'm joined by your principal and your friend, Mr. Tony Fischer. Tony, how you doing?
I'm well, John. Hello, everybody. Good to be back in the studio once again, especially after a long holiday break.
Yeah.
Happy Labor Day to you. Hope it was good.
It was good. It went by, I would say, really fast. But
Yep.
then again, it also went really slow, too. Can that be possible?
I don't know. I don't live in your head, but I do know. I can try to understand it. I mean, the weather wasn't great.
Yeah.
Right. But at the same time, it was still good to be relaxing and enjoying some time with family.
I'm excited to be back at school because I'm excited that every Wednesday it's West Catholic Live, which we stream here on Facebook as well as YouTube. Remember, if you missed an episode in the past, we'd love to keep you up to date on what's happening here at West Catholic. You can find the podcast. Just search for West Catholic Live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. All right. Well, Mr. Fischer, on this week's show, we have a lot of fun. Cammie B is back.
All right. Good to have Cammie B on the show whenever we can.
He'll be on the show. We also have an update from Jan Beertijs of Rockford Construction.
I love those videos.
I love his name. I mean, I could say Jan Beertijs over and over again. It never gets old. And also, we're going to do a spotlight on our international program because today is Brazil's bicentennial. Is that exciting?
It is exciting stuff. And the students were very excited that we were recognizing it. And we even had someone from the diocese who is Brazilian come over and wear her Brazilian pride shirt.
Wow.
Today, I think it was.
That's cool. There were some desserts at lunchtime too.
Yeah. The lunch staff did a good job of helping us celebrate. So,
and I heard you put the flag up too.
Flag is up. You got it.
Well, before we get into everything coming up on the show, we want to get to the weekly chatter, news and information, right, Tony?
Yeah, everything that we do here, news and tidbits about what's going on in West Catholic.
All right, let's start out with volleyball because they have a big game coming up next week.
Volleyball does have a big game next week. On Tuesday, September 13th, the volleyball team will be hosting a block out cancer night to support pediatric cancer awareness. Anyone who makes a donation from Helen DeVos Children's Hospital wish list or donates a gift card will receive free admission. The game begins at 5:30 p.m. So next week, Tuesday, again, 5:30 p.m., pediatric cancer awareness game. So
I guess I should mention there's also something going on tonight.
There is a big event tonight. It's the Robotics Open House. Our West Catholic Robotics team, very successful group, is having an open house here at school. It's for 6th through 12th graders who are interested in robotics. It will be, I believe, in the MAC, but I believe you will go down to the build room, the computer lab, where they do a lot of the work, so you can get to see some of that stuff. But, teams design, build, code robots. They compete as an individual team and as an alliance. The students learn many things, like from the math and the science and the computers behind it to things like teamwork and strategizing. There's even a marketing and communications component. So you don't just have to want to build robots to be involved in the robotics program. You can really be just about part of anything. I mean, they got to do all the finances, fundraising. So it's involves a lot of good skills for the students during their time in high school and middle school.
And I know our teams have been successful in the past too.
Yeah, we've got a wonderful team. We've got wonderful mentors. They went to the World Championships last year, had a highly successful year. I believe we were second in the state, which allowed us to go attend the World Championships. So we're looking to build on that. And we got a lot of great students coming back. So we're really excited about this year.
I know there's a big kickoff event also happening on Saturday.
Yeah, the kickoff of First Robotics is always fun. Everybody looks forward to it because no one knows what they're going to have to do or build. And so they hand out the game and say, here you go. This is the parameters. Here's what your robot needs to do. Go figure it out. And the team gets excited and stresses out about, oh my God, how are we going to do this? And then, then they really dig in.
They do it and they have a good time. All right. Well, don't forget to attend that if you can. Also, just a reminder that our annual grandparents and VIP mass takes place on Tuesday, September 13th at 10:20 in the morning. It's always a good chance for the students to have their grandparents come out or a VIP in their life to be here and support them and attend mass. Afterward, the grandparents and the VIPs are welcome to stop by the MAC for coffee and donuts. So I'm excited about that.
Absolutely.
Coffee and donuts.
Always fun to have coffee and donuts. Even better to have them with the VIPs of the West Catholic community. So
we ask you to please RSVP too. We do appreciate that. All the information is on the weekly chatter. All right. We're also going on a pilgrimage this year. We hope to. Right now, planning is underway for our juniors and seniors for June of 2023 for the West Catholic pilgrimage to the holy sites of Italy. This is a unique opportunity that provides a firsthand experience of our Catholic faith and spiritual roots. Many highlights, and you'll get all the information at a special information night taking place at 7 p.m. September 14th, right here in the MAC. You'll get a presentation, be able to ask questions, and hopefully talk to the organizer himself.
Yeah, it would be great. We had Tony on the show, Tony Asaf, previously to talk about the trip, and hopefully he can join us. If not, we have some members of the community that have been on the trip. We're going to provide lots of information for you. So
now, we were lucky last year. I think it might have been our first West Catholic Live show. We actually interviewed Tony.
We did.
To talk about, on the set looks a little different. This is a year ago.
Yep.
So it's kind of old school. It's throwback. Mm-hmm. It's even though it's on a Monday or a Wednesday. Tomorrow, throwback Thursday. We're going to have a little video here that we're going to show from the pilgrimage. Tony, can you give folks an idea of what they can expect if they go on this pilgrimage?
Well, it is going to be a beautiful journey of faith. As soon as people arrive, if it's a Sunday, we go straight to St. Peter's Square. We pray the Angelus with the Pope, get his blessings, and then we enter the city basically with St. Paul. So we go to St. Paul outside the walls. We enter the city exactly where he entered, where he was imprisoned, and we walk on the path. They call it the way of the martyrdom of St. Paul. We walk with him there, and we say mass right where he was killed, basically. And we are able to touch the pillar where he was beheaded, basically. And from there, it's a journey. It's a journey from St. Paul to then all the major basilicas. And one of the highlights is the Santa Croce in Jerusalem, the Holy Cross in Jerusalem. And we say in because it is St. Helens brought all the dirt from Jerusalem, put it here, and built the church on it. And the Holy Cross has basically the biggest piece of the original cross of Jesus in it, along with so many other pieces from the crucifixion. Then, as you can see in the picture, there's the holy stairs, and it's a beautiful experience. People, as they pray, they go on it, and you cannot walk. You have to go on your knees all the way up. So it's humbling. It takes people back to their faith.
Wow. Really exciting stuff. Really hope that we can get the trip going and we get enough interest, definitely. I mean, you think about not only the spiritual side and the faith side of the trip, but also just the opportunity for students to go out and experience the international communities, maybe learn more about the world outside of the West Catholic community, the little bubble that we live in. So definitely a big opportunity for our students and families alike. So we hope you take advantage, and don't forget to come to the meeting next week.
That's right, September 14th. Parents of juniors and senior, come on by and get more information. Mr. Fischer, I love that here at West Catholic, we are a global community. And the fact that we were able to talk to Tony from Italy. And then in this community here at West Catholic, we have all these international students. Not too long ago, we welcomed 4 students from the Ukraine. But I think one of the things we're doing at this school is also celebrating all the different cultures that are represented here at the school. And we're celebrating Brazilian bicentennial taking place today, actually. Yeah,
we did. And we continue to, starting with the Brazilian flag going up on the flagpole this morning at 6 a.m. So, some of it is for our students and some of it is for our international students. We want them to feel that, they're loved, they're welcomed, even if we don't know them super well. In our world, they're still brothers and sisters in Christ. So we're excited to celebrate with and for them, and maybe even give them an opportunity to feel more at home. So
yeah, all right. Well, let's go to a little video that we recorded a little earlier this morning.
Hi, Mrs. Garrison, International Program Coordinator here at West Catholic. Today we are celebrating the country of Brazil, as this is their Independence Day. Throughout the year, we will be celebrating all 13 of the countries that our international students are from. We have 25 international students, and we will be celebrating their countries by hanging their flags to honor the country, as well as having food from that country in the cafeteria.
And today, can you introduce our guests?
Our guests are Carlos and Marcio, and they are both from the country of Brazil.
Carlos, what do you love about Brazil, your country?
The things that I like most in Brazil are the beaches, the parties, the food. Our culture is pretty nice. We have a big diversity in our country, and also the Amazon rainforest. All the stuff like makes Brazil a great country that it is.
Now, Marcio?
I think I like Carnival. I think it's my favorite holiday of all time. Like, there is no... And then I think the food, I think is like the best. And soccer, definitely. Brazilian soccer team is just awesome. So I guess, yeah, and the beaches too, like the cities you can go in there. So I think it's like the best. That's what I love about Brazil, yeah.
Se habla español in Brazil?
No, we
don't speak Spanish, sir.
No, we speak Portuguese.
Yeah, it's a big mistake that most people make, assuming that's because Brazil is America Latina, we speak Spanish, but actually we were colonized by the Portuguese, so we also speak Portuguese.
So this Brazil's Independence Day celebrates what? It goes back to the 1880s, is it? 1980s?
Today we're completing 200 days of our Independence Day. Our Independence Day was proclaimed by our Emperor Pedro II in 1822. And yeah, today's a big celebration all over Brazil. We have big parades with the army, the parades with civilians. And yeah, today is going to be a special one because 200 years, sorry.
All right, Marcio, teach us at least how to say hello in Portuguese.
In Brazil, hello, you say olá. You know, so usually when you get to know someone, you just say like olá, bom dia. Bom dia means like good morning. So yeah, and that's about it.
And Carlos, how would you say it in Portuguese that you love West Catholic?
Eu amo a West Catholic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Garrison. And again, thank you, Marcio and Carlos, for sharing with us. Good to see the big smiles on your faces. We hope you enjoyed the opportunity to celebrate and talk a little bit about your home country today at West.
Yeah, and then next week, Mr. Fischer, we're going to go to Mexico because it's Mexican Independence Day next Friday. Yes.
I go day by day, John. So I'm excited now that you told me. So.
I have to look ahead. Someone has to do it on this show. I'll tell you what, one thing we are looking forward to is all the construction going on outdoors and all these upgrades to the facilities from baseball, softball, tennis fields, and football. It's really exciting. And we're going to go right now. I caught up with Jan Biertheis from Rockford Construction yesterday for a little update. Let's see what he had to say.
Hey, Jan, how's it going?
Hey, good morning, Gonzo. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. What are you doing in the ticket booth?
Well, I've got my tools on today. I want to kind of help the team out here. When I showed up here, I noticed the trim was in disrepair and kind of rotting on the bottoms. The door wasn't working well, and it didn't really get complete inside. So I am a carpenter by trade. So I shook the dust off my tools, and I'm going to work on this for the next couple days, kind of retrimming it and making this nice. And I'm also going to re-laminate the countertop inside as well. So it's another skill set that I have. So we're going to make this thing look real nice for game day.
For the project manager, you're going to be busy,
yeah,
doing certain things. Hey, so I see this is the softball field, some of the bleachers where they're going to go, right?
Yep. So progress where we're at now. Number one, football is complete. There's some odds and ends on bleachers. And one thing that we came up with, we added some concrete pads that we're going to pour so we have full access. And the brick pavers will be started this week. So our intent is by the end of this week to be 100% and ready for football the following week. There'll probably be a few minor items to touch up next week.
And then
so we're on schedule there. Paving got complete. So you can see the trail, all the walkways. Now what we're doing starting at tennis is kind of grading to the trail and doing the finishes, and we'll roll right into landscaping. And right here you can see the pads have been complete for a while. Part of the process here is going to be setting the steel structures this week for softball and baseball. You won't see them complete by game day. The contractor has some other work that he has to do for that, but we're going to set it up and get a bulk of it in, and then we're going to store the rest of the material so we have plenty of access for parking for game day.
All right, and tennis is
Tennis is in great shape. So in tennis, we have some fine graining to do on the landscape side. I just reviewed that with them this morning, and we're going to start the coatings and striping. So by the end of this week, the tennis courts will be fully coated and striping will be complete.
Jan, thanks for the update.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, Gonzo, for that interview. Thanks, Jan. Always good to hear from you. And it's super exciting to have these projects coming to an end. I just, not that it hasn't been a lot of fun to watch it all happen, right? But it really is. It seems like taking forever to get it done. No fault of anyone's really, but we're really excited for the completion. Super excited to break in the new courts. Certainly, we'll be really excited in the spring. The pictures of the baseball and softball bleachers are just beautiful, and the press boxes, and so really excited for our baseball and softball teams. And obviously, football's already up and going, off to a great start, and so it'll be great to get into our home field and play a game next week on the brand new bleachers.
It will be. And you said it earlier a few seconds ago, is that, for baseball and softball, you won't be able to see the full work until the spring when those sports get in action. But we're going to see, by the end of next week, tennis. I mean, we could be playing tennis pretty soon on our own courts. How exciting is that?
Yeah, really exciting. Yeah, definitely. I know, our producer, Jeff Bailey, who's not with us today because he's at a tennis match, and maybe that's why the show's running so smoothly. I don't know, Jeff. Just kidding. We love you. But it will be exciting to be able to just walk outside of the school doors and go to practice and go to matches instead of having to drive, 20 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes. So God bless you for doing that job. And hopefully we can make it a little bit easier for you here shortly.
Speaking of sports, our Associate Athletic Director, Cam Burns, stopped by the studio this morning to tell us what's going on this week in West Catholic sports. Here's the video.
Thank you, Gonzo. West Catholic, what's up? Cammy B here with your sports update. Couple things I want to mention on. First, I want to say thanks to the students on the trip to Ferndale last week. They did an awesome job. Awesome job. They got no complaints from the bus drivers. So I appreciate you all for that. But a little bit more about our sports updates this week. Today, we're running we have soccer at home. We have little light home shows this week. We just have our soccer game today. But other than that, we have football going at Spring Lake. Sub varsity will be on Thursday for football as well. Everyone else is away. Looking forward to another fantastic week. Go Falcons. Hey, Fly High Sports is on the way. Take it away, Gonzo.
Wait for your podcast and show coming up here on our West Catholic Sports Network, right? I mean, we're doing a lot of stuff these days. Sports.
Yeah, let's go.
West Catholic Live. We got a whole network happening right now.
For sure.
So thank you, Cam, for that update. We appreciate it. Looking forward to your show. Now, one thing, Tony, I noticed is I've seen this abbreviation of HOCO. What is HOCO? Is that like Poco, the band?
Yeah, it's a shortened version of homecoming.
Okay.
Right, is what I'm learning as the students make their posters and start asking, which means homecoming is just around the corner, right? And it's a really big event for the students, not so much right now for our alums, but yes, it is coming up here. Tickets are on sale now for juniors and seniors at lunch or in room 116, Miss Coste de Falk's room. And the dance is Saturday, September 24th, 8 to 11. And it's here at West Catholic. $25 a person, and you need to fill out a Google form before you can purchase the ticket. All students have received that in an email from Ms. Coste. And guest passes, if you're going to bring someone who does not attend West Catholic, are available in the main office.
Well, Mr. Fischer, I'm going to out myself because I've never been to a West Catholic homecoming game. So I would imagine a lot of alumni are visiting.
There's a good amount. And definitely a lot of alums coming back for football regardless. But we certainly get a good amount, especially of our newest alums coming back to see friends. Or, family who still are in school or part of the court, stuff like that. So.
Well, that's it for this week's show. We thank you so much for tuning in. It was a lot of fun. Next week coming up, as we mentioned, it is Mexican Independence Day, so we'll be celebrating that. We've got a lot of other things for next week's show. We'll be at the Grandparents' Mass on Tuesday, so we'll have some coverage from that. The band tour is coming up on Monday, the 12th. So there's a lot to talk about at next week's show. We'll look forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. Really excited. I'm glad to have another one in the books. It was a good show. Thank you, Gonzo. Thanks, Natalie, back there in the production room. Greatly appreciate it. And Mr. Bailey will catch up with you when you get back. Everybody else, have a wonderful week.
Take care, everyone. We'll see you soon.